Oh no, the Shire. Today we're talking cars, and I'm not talking about the cussy actual cars. Sabrina, who the hell do you think you are talking about vehicles? I am simply a person who is sick of car salesmen trying to take advantage of them. I'm so goddamn sick of it. Have you ever been actively aware that somebody is trying to manipulate you into making a purchase over thousands and thousands of dollars of what your purchase is actually worth? It's slimy. And there's tons of jobs that absolutely would classify as, class trader jobs, but there's something about car salesmen that just really boils my broccoli, grinds my gears, rats my tats, mews my twos. I mean, come on, the job itself relies on the exploitation of others. How does anybody walk away from that feeling good? So as somebody who just walked off the car dealership after wasting 4 to 5 hours of being held hostage, and I don't mean that figuratively, I mean that literally, this car dealership held me hostage for 4 to 5 hours. I'm sick of it. I'm done. So I'm gonna tell you all the slimy little tactics that I know of off the top of my head that these class trader car salesmen usually try to do to you to try to force you into a large purchase you may or may not be ready to make. But before I tell you about the car buying journey, let me tell you about June's Journey! June's Journey is a free-to-download mobile game where you find hidden objects within these beautiful, colorful scenes. It's a fun detective story based in the 1920s. And while I'm telling you about June's Journey, please, for the love of God, help me find Eva's leash so I can take her on a walk. It's somewhere in all this mess. Each new scene takes you one step further through a thrilling murder mystery story. Hey Eva, are you gonna help us crack this case? Great! You can customize, remodel, and fix your own home. Boy, I wish I could do that here, but unfortunately, I am a renter. Eva wanted me to let you know that you could download June's Journey today. Just click the link below or scan the QR code. June's Journey is available on Android and iOS mobile devices. And if you really want to, you could even play on PC via Facebook Games. Tell your grandma! Okay, say bye, Eva. Say thank you, June's Journey! Thank you, June's Journey, for sponsoring this video! Alright, buckle up. Let's drive in. I can't find my actual lavalier mic, so we're doing this. When you're buying a car, you are making one of the biggest purchases of your life. I mean, God knows we're probably not going to be able to buy a house anymore, so this might be your biggest purchase. Except maybe your hospital bills later, but is that like a purchase or is that a bill? I don't know. Okay, like what's the fucking point of skipping all your mocha, choca, frappa, latte, yaya lattes if you're just gonna get swindled out of thousands of dollars when buying a fucking car? You might as well just get no car and enjoy your morning coffee to get you through your goddamn day. I mean, you're letting this asshole who doesn't even have a dedicated desk rip you off. They don't have desks, they just have rotating lunch tables like an elementary school cafeteria. They're not even permanent. They're just there to get in and get out with your money as much as they possibly can. You owe them nothing, so don't feel bad for them when they start trying to guilt you. They're either going to show you pictures of their children and pretend that they're going to be your friend, or they're going to guilt you and they're going to say things like, if you don't buy this car, I'm going to get fired. Fine, get fired. At least I won't be $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 in debt. You think Dave Ramsey will like my video? wait, here, I'll do the thing. Rice and beans, beans and rice. But Sabrina, they got screwed over because they didn't do their research. It's your fault. You got screwed over. They deserve to be swindled by $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 on their large automobile purchase. God, fucking hate these devil's advocate. Listen, if you're always advocating for the devil, maybe you're the fucking devil. Can you tell that I'm angry today? Listen, over time, everybody becomes an expert in their field. That's knowledge. That's experience. You cannot realistically expect a car buyer who has their own life, their own profession, to know as much about the automobile industry, the car market, as somebody who has dedicated their life to it. It's unfair and unrealistic to expect them to have the same amount of expertise. So because this reality does exist where they're going to take advantage of the fact that they know more than you, if you happen to watch this video before you plan to buy a car, if you have an idea of what kind of car you want, try to do as much research as you can. My biggest piece of advice is don't buy a car when you absolutely need to buy a car. Give yourself time. Don't even make a purchase that same day, because if they're trying to not let you leave without making a purchase, they're trying to take advantage of you. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, they don't treat men and women the same when you step in there. So if you have to whip out the phone and be like, Dad, what? You think I should wait on this purchase? It's okay if you don't have a dad. It's okay if your dad sucks. Just lie. Who cares? They're lying to you anyway. They're lying to you about the value of that car. Go home. Think it over. It's okay. Time will always be on your side. Don't let them think that you don't have time. Because if they can offer you this grandiose deal today, I promise you they can offer you the same or similar deal tomorrow. Next, the markup game. Okay, so it's no secret that dealerships are there to make a profit. Fine. The dealer buys the car at something called an invoice price. They then put that car on the lot for the MSRP. But is the MSRP what you see when you finally get down to the lot? No. You get there and then all of a sudden the same exact car is 10K more than what you saw on the internet. What the fuck is that about? That's a markup, because it is a slimy slimeball tactic to get you in the door. Because once they got you in the door, they set their sights on you and they're not letting you go. They're gonna mark it up with the dealership markup, which is just thousands of dollars for nothing. It's empty. You get nothing in exchange for just the dealer markup. They're also going to mark it up by adding in additional features like a tire and road safety kit, an extended warranty, the fucking paint on the car. There's so many little things that they can do to increase the value of the car just to make you pay more. So for example, like if you want to save a few $100s on your car, check in advance what are the base colors that the car comes in before they start charging you. The specialty colors usually run about like $300 to $400 depending on like the brand of the vehicle. So if you want to save a little bit, choose a base color. So you don't need to know everything about the car that you want to buy, but please try to at least find out the original MSRP of the year of the car that you are looking to buy, so you know what kind of jumping off point you're at least starting with when you start negotiating with this motherfucker. And let me tell you one more thing, you absolutely can talk them down to a $0 markup. It's very possible. Although I will say with Toyota and Honda, it might not be as possible, not because they can't, but because they have so little inventory right now, and everybody knows that Honda and Toyota are like prime. Honda and Toyota might be okay with letting you swim away because they know that there are people who will say yes to their 10, 15K markup. So you have to know when to walk away. And it's okay to walk away. Walking away is a good thing because then it means that you're not thousands of dollars in debt. Financing follies. Have you ever been quoted one interest rate and then all of a sudden when you're signing the papers, you're like, hey, what the hell? I thought I was approved for this rate. Bait and switch is the name of the game. This saddles buyers into higher monthly payments than they're supposed to have. So it is so beyond helpful to get a pre-approval beforehand on your own time from either your own bank or a credit union, wherever you can get the lowest rate. Who cares? Because you know what's going to happen. You're going to get approved for a certain rate, and then the dealer is going to try to convince you that the only rate that you qualify for is like 10% more than that. Yes. that is what they're doing these days. That's gonna cost you so much more money. It's gonna cost you thousands in the end, especially depending on the term length of your agreement. This bait and switch tactic disproportionately affects those who can least afford it. So anyway, this is why you don't let them start a conversation with, oh, so what kind of monthly payment are you looking at? No, you focus on the out the door price and the out the door price only. Because what's going to happen if you have a good credit score and you actually qualify for a lower monthly payment? Behind the scenes, they're going to jack up your interest rate, they're going to inflate the value of the car, they're going to put on these stupid little add-ons that you don't need. Or what if they put a monthly payment in front of you and it's too high for you and you need a smaller monthly payment? There's tons of factors that they can manipulate in order to get you to a lower monthly payment. And you know what that includes? Stretching the length of your term. So all of a sudden you're going from 36 months to 48 to 60 to 72. That's gonna be like thousands of dollars in interest down the road. So that's if you're financing. Now, if you are leasing, let me tell you something. Financing, it somewhat makes sense for you to put down a down payment because ultimately you're gonna own the vehicle. You're gonna have to pay off the entirety of the car at some point. So if you have money to put down, fine. If you are leasing a vehicle, do not put down a down payment. It is unnecessary. If the car salesman tries to tell you, man, I can't do that deal unless you put down $3,000 right now, walk away. Because there's no reason why you should be paying that. Even if it makes your car payment an extra $100 a month, and you're like, well, shit, I probably could have done $300, but $400 a month is kind of a lot. Okay, but at least you're not forking over $3,000-$4,000 all at once. Take that money, what you would have paid in a down payment, put it in a high yield savings account. Then take whatever monthly payment that you were normally going to allot to a car and then only pluck out $100 extra at a time, apply that to your monthly payment, and then boom, you're fine. There is no reason for them to have all that money for a car that you're most likely not going to keep anyways because it is a lease. It is a glorified rental. An extra $50, $100 a month is nothing compared to paying $4,000 out of pocket. And then let's say you get into an accident and the car gets totaled after. That down payment that you put down on a lease goes bye-bye. You don't get it back. So if you choose to lease, put as little money down as possible. I mentioned some of the fluff that they add on earlier, like the extended warranties. The car salesman is going to tell you that a lot of these things are like non-negotiable, like, oh, this thing is stuck on the car. But you didn't want that. Those are optional upgrades, and it says so on the window sticker. They installed them, not you. You shouldn't have to pay for them if that's not what you were even there for to begin with. Don't let them make you think you have to do that, because they will. They will make you think you have to buy those. And I'm here to tell you, you don't. You can negotiate it down. If it's taxable, it is negotiable. It's just another tactic where they prey on people to buy things that they don't need. A car, yes, maybe you need that. All the extra fluff, probably not. Especially if you're just looking for a car to get from A to B, which a lot of people are. Another thing that they're gonna push on you is an extended warranty, and they've probably got all different kinds. Extended warranties, maintenance plans. Don't get them. They're not worth it. What the fuck is a maintenance plan on a new vehicle, on a car lease? It's new. You have factory warranty. Why are you gonna spend $2,000 on oil changes when you can only drive like 10,000 miles a year? You can just pay like $100 for each oil change. And it's still gonna be cheaper than getting these fucking plans. It's not worth it. And you're gonna give the car back at the end of your lease anyway. Why? Just take decent, normal care of your car and you'll be fine. Talking about leases. Maybe if later you decide, you know what, I kind of like this car. I think I'm going to keep it. And if you really want an extended warranty later, get it. You don't need it right away. The car is fresh off the lot. It's in great condition and it has a factory warranty. Now, if for whatever reason you do get suckered in to one of those shitty extended warranties that the dealership probably won't even honor anyway, guess what? You can cancel them at any time. Go ahead. Even right now, if you're like 2 years into a 3 or 4 year commitment to a car, go ahead and call whoever owns your extended warranty and be like, I would like to cancel, please. And they're going to say, okay. I mean, they might fight you a little bit on it, but ultimately they can say, okay. And you know what's going to happen to what you paid for that? They're going to give you the prorated amount back, and they're going to apply that to whatever it is that you're financing for the car, or if you manage to buy it out, right? They'll probably just cut you a check. So another thing that these class traders try to do is convince you to take the lowest, crappiest, low ball amount for your trade-in if you have a trade-in. It is so easy to get the estimated value of what your car is worth. Literally just type in your car's info on Kelley Blue Book and you'll see what similar cars are selling for right now. Don't let them lowball you. Will the dealership give you the full value of your car? No, because they suck. But if you have this knowledge at your fingertips, then you better try your damnedest to get as close as possible. Lastly, we have the pressure play. So high pressure sales tactics involve them trying to get you to just hurry up and sign whatever crappy deal they put in front of you before you have time to actually think about it. We mentioned this a little bit earlier. And if car salesmen can't convince you to sign their crappy deal in as little time as possible, they're going to do the opposite and try to keep you there as long as possible to wear you down to the point where you're just so hopeless that you just accept whatever they toss at you at that point. Do not fall for this. Remember, have more patience than the car salesman. And the absolute scummiest tactic that they pull, in my opinion, and if car salesmen can't convince you to sign their crappy deal in as little time as possible, they're going to do the opposite and try to keep you there as long as possible to wear you down to the point where you're just so hopeless that you just accept whatever they toss at you at that point. Do not fall for this. Remember, have more patience than the car salesman. And the absolute scummiest tactic that they pull, in my opinion, is holding your own personal car key hostage. Yes, they do this. How do you know they do that, Sabrina? Well, because they did it to me. Last week I went to a car dealership at like 9:45 and I didn't get out of there until like 1:30 or 2 because they would not give me back my car key, my car that I drove there with. They hid it from me on purpose. I must have asked 20, 30, maybe even 40 times for them to give me back my key. And every time I did, the car salesman would be like, oh yeah, let me talk to your manager, I'll be right back. And then he would come right back and be like, oh, we just got this deal for you, check it out. And I'd look at the paper and I'd be like, give me back my car key, please, I need to go. At a certain point, I stopped saying please. I would just get up and I would be like, can I have my car back? Give me my car key back. I need my car key back. I'm done. This is not worth it for me anymore. You guys are getting aggressive. Give me my key. And they'd be like, oh yeah, 1 second. That guy over there has it. And then they'd come back and they give you another shitty offer. And all of a sudden, it's not even for the same shit that you were even asking about. And it's like, dude, I just got here so that way you can give me an appraisal on my current car, because my lease is ending soon. I'm not even that interested in getting into a new car today. I just want to know what my lease end options are. I just want to know what the value is of my car because I took very good care of it, and now you won't even let me get back into it. Yeah, these guys stole my car key for like 4 hours and they wouldn't give it back. In my head, I was like, I'm done. I'm not sitting at your fucking cafeteria tables anymore. I need to go. So I went up to the door and I'm like, I'm leaving. Give me my key. And they're like, oh, but we just need your car insurance. Yeah, we just need your car insurance, and then we could put you in this car. And I'm like, no, give me my key. Like at one point I wasn't even responding to them anymore. I would just say, give me my key. I need my key. I'm trying to leave. Give me my key. And they wouldn't do it. They absolutely would not do it. So anyway, I always knew that car salesmen were like really shitty and predatory. Never thought that they would actually hold me hostage. Suddenly, the conversation turned from car appraisal to, here, what is your social security number so we can run your credit and put you in a car that you're not even that interested in? It's like, dude, you haven't even told me what my current car is worth, and here you are trying to run my credit and talk numbers? As frustrating as that experience was, I did have the time for it, and I could see the car salesman absolutely getting worn down too. It was kind of satisfying. You know, I used it as an opportunity to practice my negotiating skills. I got them to accept the fact that I was not going to put any money down on a lease. I told them that I was not going to pay their $5,000 markup. They took off a lot of the additional add-on fluff, and then when they tried lowballing me for the value of my car, when they did finally give me an appraisal, I was like, nope, I see my Kelly Blue Book value, and you have a very similar car with more miles than mine on your lot right now for like 6K more than what you're pretending that my car's value is. So no, I'm not going to accept that. And you know what? I did feel kind of badass, but you know, they were just really frustrating, and the fact that they were holding my key hostage kind of gave me a bad feeling, and I decided I didn't want to shop with them. Kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. So as you can see, I had a very bad experience at a car dealership, and that's why I'm rage recording this video right now. So hopefully, if you ever find yourself in the unfortunate event of having to go to a car dealership, just be aware of the slimeball scummy tactics that these class traders will try to use, and know where you can push back.